Hi, I'm Mr. Madden. I'm the speech and drama teacher. For those of you I don't know. Welcome to our second morning of Greek mythology. We're so excited. Greek mythology is, of course, a cross-curricular project. It's language arts, it's art. Please take a look at these beautiful pieces of artwork that the students were inspired by the characters they're playing. It's music, it's speech and drama, and it's so much fun. And it's been consuming the lives of everyone who's connected to 5th grade for the last couple of months. So I know the 5B's right outside the door, ready to go. So without further ado, class 5B 2023 Greek
Welcome to ancient Greece. We are the Marymount Greek Chorus. Join us as we take a tour of Mount Olympus. Join us as we bring the Greek myths to life.
Long ago, the citizens of ancient Greece marveled at the wonders of the world around them. They were transfixed by the power of volcanoes.
Ooh, lava!
They pondered the change of seasons. After the long, cold winter, the leaves and flowers began to bloom again. And in the summer, the sun's blazing hot. And you can go to the beach and catch a gnarly wave, dude.
And amazed by the stars lit up the nighttime sky.
And so, the citizens of ancient Greece created gods and goddesses, each with a power and each with a story to explain all of life's mysteries.
The gods and goddesses lived together on Mount Olympus, a mountain so high that no human could see their activity.
At the start, there was Gaia.
I am Gaia, source of all life. I came out of the darkness so long ago, no one knows how and no one knows when.
There was her grandson, Zeus. I am Zeus, the most powerful of all gods. My weapon is a lightning bolt. With it, I can govern the sky and earth and secure my place as the most powerful of all gods.
He's all about that bolt,
More thunder.
There's her two brothers.
I am Poseidon, god of the sea. My weapon is a trident. When I strike the water, waves raise up high in the sky.
I am Theseus, son of the god Poseidon. I am famous for slaying the fearsome Minotaur.
I am Hades, god of the underworld. My weapon is a cap of invisibility. When I wear it, I can move around without being seen and sneak up on my enemies.
I am Demeter, the goddess of fertility. I tend to the fields and flowers that my daughters present.
I am Hestia, the keeper of the hearth and the tender of all the fires of the world.
I am Hera, goddess of marriage and family. I am also Zeus's wife.
Zeus shared his throne on Mount Olympus with his brothers and sisters and all their children. Together, they served as the major gods of ancient Greece.
You should have seen their family reunions.
I am Ares, son of Zeus, god of war. I am always very busy and have my sword and shield by my side.
I am Aphrodite, the goddess of love. People love to paint my picture.
I am Hermes. I am Hermes, herald and messenger of all the gods. Hey, I just bring the news. I don't make it. I'm Persephone, daughter of Demeter and goddess of spring. It's nice to be back from underworld. More on that later.
I'm Athena, goddess of wisdom. I'm a real headache to my father Zeus.
I'm Apollo, son of Zeus and god of the sun. You can thank me for all your lovely things.
I'm Dionysus, the youngest of all the gods and the god of wine. I'm so popular that I get invited to all the parties and celebrations.
The gods and goddesses had wonderful times on Mount Olympus. They feasted on ambrosia and nectar which heightened their immortality. Eat up!
But in addition to Greek gods and goddesses, there are many human flaws like curiosity, greed, and jealousy. The people of ancient Greece worshipped these gods and did their best to keep them happy.
They believed that if there was a sound or something, the gods were in the middle of a heated argument.
And if it was sunny, that meant the gods were getting along.
Though the humans could never climb to the top of Mount Olympus, the gods would often descend to earth disguised as humans or animals.
They were mischievous gods and couldn't help but cause trouble.
Who on what happens when you anger the gods.
We proudly present the Greek myths.
The myth of Arachne. Athena was the daughter of Zeus. After Zeus swallowed her mother, the goddess Metis, Athena sprang forth from her father's head. Fully grown and wearing the armor and helmet that her mother had made while inside Zeus's body. Athena was wise and strong, the goddess of wisdom, and Zeus's favorite child.
My dear Athena, you are my most treasured child. I shall grant you any wish you desire. Simply ask, and it shall be so.
Though I am the goddess of wisdom, I long for creativity as well. Kind Father, bless me with the gift of artistry, and I shall be content.
Zeus kept his promise, and Athena became a master of craftsmanship, the goddess to artists. She was the inventor of the loom and presented her gifts for all of mankind to enjoy.
With this invention, I can create the most exquisite tapestries, using color from the universe and thread spun from the softest clouds, red from the sunset and blue from the night sky.
Everyone in Greece worshipped the artistry of Athena, until one day a young maiden, the proud Arachne, challenged the goddess.
Excuse me? Who dare challenge the goddess Athena?
Patience, please, I'm just getting to that. Arachne was a young girl who lived in Lydia, famous for its purple dye. Her joy was weaving, and she wore the most beautiful clothes anyone had ever seen.
Look at my craftsmanship. I make men weep at my artwork and the skill of my hand. I am the greatest weaver in the world, the greatest weaver in the world since the world began, no doubt. In fact, call me crazy, but I think I'm a better weaver than Athena herself.
Oh no!
Oh yes.
Athena heard this, of course. The gods were always very quick to hear criticism and even swifter to act against it. Athena was hurt and dismayed by Arachne's words, for she truly cherished mortals and only wished for their betterment. However, this disrespect would not go unpunished.
You poor child, you do not know how foolish you are.
Athena disguised herself as an old woman and went down to earth to Arachne's house. She met with Arachne and gave her the opportunity to correct her mistake.
Your work is beautiful, child, but do you dare compare yourself to the goddess Athena? Why not be content to be the best among the mortals and leave the work of the gods to the gods themselves? Because I'm better than the gods. Let the goddess Athena come down here and measure skill against mine.
And with that, the goddess Athena threw off her disguise.
Foolish Arachne you are. I am the goddess Athena, the very goddess you have dared to mock. Your wish has come to pass. Sit down at your loom and we shall compete. Your own villagers will be the judge and jury. 7 days from now you shall set a spindle in your middle, and I shall set mine, and we shall have a contest. If you win, I shall refrain from any punishment. If I win, it is your life.
On the day of the competition, Arachne and Athena sat at their looms to begin their work. For days the two spun their crafts. The villagers came from near and far to witness this magical sight. Though Arachne's loom produced a rich and beautiful canvas, it was no match for the goddess Athena, who seemed to weave the very sky into her fabric.
Dear goddess, forgive me for my vanity. It is true, you are the best in craftsmanship. Please spare me my humble little life. I take pity on you, Arachne, for though you are a proud girl, you are in fact talented. I shall spare your little life, but since you seem to enjoy weaving so very much, you must spend your life weaving forever, so that the fate never befalls on those who challenge the gods.
And with that, Athena changed Arachne into a spider.
Go on, foolish girl. Spin your thread and weave your empty net forever! Ever!
And that is why spiders are called arachnids, by those who know them best.
architect and craftsman of marvelous skill.
Why, thank you.
He is credited with inventing carpentry, including tools like the axe, the saw, and glue. He is said to have been the first to invent sails and masts for the ships in King Minos's navy.
I also carved statues with such precision they appear to be living and moving.
Excuse me, I'm in charge of narration.
Are you going to tell the whole thing?
The title of the myth is Daedalus and Icarus, so yes.
Can we change the ending? I don't really like what happens.
Whose fault is that? Among Daedalus' most famous inventions, a wooden bowl for Queen Persephone and a labyrinth.
Which is a complicated maze. Once you enter, go up, find your way back out.
The labyrinth was designed to imprison the Minotaur, a fearsome creature of Crete, who had the body of a man and head and tail of a bull. Minotaur, that's your cue.
I am Minotaur. Hear me roar. Roar.
Can you be more fearsome?
Roar.
You're supposed to be a gruesome monster.
This adaptation is for children. I don't want to scare them.
But you eat children, Athenian children.
Oh, come on. I am deeply misunderstood. No one loves me. Everyone is scared of me. No one feeds me. Except for the occasional batch of human sacrifices. Don't judge. Minotaur's gotta eat.
Regardless of the creature you see on the stage before you, the Minotaur is terrifying, pacing around the center of the labyrinth, always angry and hungry. Please pace and growl a bit.
Grr, grr, grr.
You're really letting me down here.
You're gonna be me, narrator.
Moving right along then. One year, Theseus, a great Athenian hero, disguised himself and volunteered to join the 14 Athenian children who were going to be sent into the labyrinth and sacrificed for the Minotaur.
Save us, Theseus, save us!
I am Theseus, son of the god Poseidon. I will not fail you.
The children were sent into the maze, and Theseus, with the help of Daedalus,
Unwind this magical ball of string as you go, so you can find your way out. Oh, and here are some tips to find your way to the center.
Thanks, Big D.
You better have your sword ready to go. Don't want to get eaten by the Minotaur.
Some versions of the story say I use my bare hands to kill the monster. That's more dramatic.
Don't be reckless and impulsive.
Recklessness, impulsiveness, my fatal flaws. Don't worry, I got this.
Theseus wandered to the labyrinth, the sounds of crying, terrified Athenian children echoing through the dark and endless maze.
Save us, Theseus, save us!
The Minotaur was starving and began to prowl in search of delicious Athenians.
You know, I found some nice Greek salad. Does anybody know if Grubhub would deliver to a remote island Mediterranean?
You don't eat salad! Stop it! Theseus used the magical string and followed Daedalus' tips on how to get to the center of the maze.
Here comes dinner.
After winding through the dark, creepy passageways, Theseus finally arrived at the Minotaur's lair.
I'm Theseus, son of Poseidon. I'm here to slay you, you wretched, horrifying beast.
No need for the name calling. Minotaur's feelings too.
And with that, Theseus killed the Minotaur!
Well, you call that a character arc? Can I have another scene or two?
Sorry, that's how the myth goes.
Die! Die! Die!
Sheesh, no respect.
Once the Minotaur was dead, Theseus followed the magical string back out of the labyrinth, gathering up the Athenian children and
the Cretan princess Ariadne. King Minos was furious when he discovered that the Minotaur was dead and his daughter was gone.
The Minotaur is dead? Hello, what about me?
Excuse me?
I'm Ariadne, Cretan princess, daughter of King Minos and Queen Persephone.
I said that already. You're on the ship with Theseus, sailing away.
I'm the one Theseus went to for help. That scene with Daedalus and Theseus never happened. It was me.
Technically, this is a myth. None of this happened.
I gave Theseus the ball string and the sword to slay the Minotaur.
Great! Ariadne helped Theseus by holding a ball of string. Now, sail away.
Theseus would have never conquered the maze and the monster without me.
Thank you for setting the record straight. On with the story.
What? You're not going to give me any more stage time? You got a lot of dudes in this play, but my story is essential to this myth. And I'm getting married to the god Dionysus.
We don't have time for that. This is the myth of Daedalus and Icarus.
Icarus hasn't even entered yet. How many pages into the script are you?
Hi, I'm Icarus.
This kid? Seriously?
Hi, I'm Icarus.
What about the scene when Theseus abandons me at the island of Naxos? I'm prepared to give you some real tears when I discovered I've been left behind. Look!
We need to move on. Welcome, Icarus, son of Daedalus.
What about... But... I was the mistress of the labyrinth, and some say I was the great goddess of Crete. Icarus? Really? I'm out of here.
As I was saying, King Minos was furious when he discovered what would happen.
Mommy. The Minotaur is dead? My daughter Ariadne left with Theseus? How could this happen? I need answers. No one knows the secrets of the labyrinth. No one.
No one, that is, except the brilliant designer of that magnificent maze.
Who? You know who did this?
Starts with a D, ends with an S, and rhymes with Aeschylus? Sort of.
Who?
Wait, no, Pegasus! It rhymes with Pegasus.
No idea. I have no idea.
Daedalus! It's Daedalus!
Daedalus! Did you help Theseus?
I mean, I hanged with my ball of string.
You gave me the ball of string!
Right, thank you. I gave Ariadne a ball of string. Who in turn gave it to Theseus.
Daedalus!
A magical ball of string.
Daedalus! I must punish you and your son.
Hi, I'm Icarus.
I know who you are! Daedalus, I love the labyrinth you signed. Really amazing work. But you betrayed me. You and your son will be imprisoned in this labyrinth forever! Ever!
But I know the way out.
My men will guard the entrances. My ships will guard the sea. There is no way for you to escape. Ha 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 ha. Thank you.
With that, King Minos departed, leaving Daedalus and his son Icarus in the labyrinth, with no way out.
Then what? Narrator, where'd you go?
Whoa, Dad. Look, this cliff is super high up. Look at the view.
Narrator, woohoo.
I can balance on the edge of the cliff.
Icarus, move away from the cliff. Icarus.
What are we gonna do, Dad?
I need to think.
Ooh, I'm going to explore the labyrinth now that the Minotaur is dead.
No, you're not.
Dad, why are you so boring?
Icarus, you need to understand. I'm trying to keep you safe because I love you. Now, sit still for a moment. I need to think of a plan.
Whoa, check these out. These must come from huge birds.
Let's get
me, Dad.
Icarus, help me gather as many of these as you can.
What is it?
Icarus, gather more feathers and tree branches. Anything you can find.
What are you doing, Dad?
For days, Daedalus worked, using bird feathers, branches from trees, and wax to build his latest and greatest invention.
What is it? What did you make? Whoa, wings! Here, let me help you fix this on your back. How do I look? Perfect. Now, help me attach mine.
There was no way out through the complicated maze with the entrance blocked. And Daedalus knew that even if he and Icarus could scale the dangerous rock face down to the ocean, King Midas's men would catch them, which meant
We're going to fly! Let's go! Wait. You need to listen to me. If you fly too close to the water, your wings will get wet, and the weight will drag you into the sea. Got it? Let's go! Wait, I'm not done. I've crafted these together with wax. So, if you fly too close to the sun, the wax will melt, destroying the wings. I love my wings. I'm a bird. Are you listening to me? Be careful. I know. Can we fly now? Okay, follow me.
And for the first time ever, humans took flight.
Whoa, look at me, Dad. Yeah.
Down below, the citizens of Crete looked up and witnessed this impossible sight.
Look at me. Icarus, you're going to hide. I'm like a god of Mount Olympus. Yes.
Icarus flew higher and higher.
Icarus, you're going too close to the sun. The wax is going to melt.
And higher still, until he was only a tiny speck in the sky.
I'm a god, yes!
As he flew closer and closer to the fiery heat of the sun, the wax, holding the feathers and branches together, melted. The wings quickly disintegrated.
Icarus, no!
Icarus fell into the sea, disappearing under the water. Daedalus couldn't do anything. Icarus had ignored his warnings and fallen from the sky. Daedalus wept for his son, but kept flapping his wings, eventually arriving in Sicily. He would forever be haunted by his son Icarus's failure to heed his warning.
Well, that was fun.
Ariadne! You're still here.
I never left. I was sitting over there the whole time.
This myth is over.
Just think you all could see the wedding of Ariadne and Dionysus. Dionysus got a wine and feed her. That was a good reception.
That's how the story goes. It always ends with Icarus falling into the sea.
Ariadne, look me up, people.
The end. Time for the next myth. The myth of Pandora. While the gods sat upon Mount Olympus feasting on nectar, there was a young titan, Prometheus, who yearned to make the world of mortals wiser and better than it had ever been before. There came a time when Prometheus challenged Zeus and asked him why he refused to give the human world fire.
With fire, humans will be able to warm themselves. They will be able to keep themselves warm and cook their harvest to nourish their families. Without it, they are no better off than beasts.
Fires are only for the gods. It is far too powerful for lowly mortals. They will only misuse it. Or worse, they'll become big and strong like us and drive us from our kingdom. Sorry, but the answer is no.
And what if I asked Hestia directly? After all, she's the keeper of the harvest. Surely she'd listen to reason.
I have given you your answer. Do not cross me, Prometheus. But Prometheus was a proud titan and he was determined to help the mortals. So he climbed to the top of Mount Olympus and stole an ember from the sacred hearth of Hestus. Prometheus gave fire to humans, providing them with new warmth, strength, and power.
I'm sorry I betrayed you. But when I saw those mortals shivering at night forced to eat raw meat, I had no choice but to intervene.
This cannot go unpunished. From this day forward, you will be forever chained to this rock.
Forever? You mean actually forever?
It won't be so bad. You're allowed to have visitors. Caw-caw!
Zeus was also angry with the mortals for accepting the embers and decided he would punish them as well. No longer would they live in the blissful shadows of the gods.
Let them keep their fire. I will make them 10 times more miserable than they were before they had it.
Since Zeus was a clever god, he devised a clever punishment. The punishment for mortals would take the form of a beautiful woman, the first woman on earth.
I will create a gift for the earth, a beautiful girl. She will look like our own Aphrodite and be blessed with a gift from each of the gods. Hephaestus, god of craftsmanship, I order you to mold this girl out of clay. Aphrodite, crown her with jewels and beauty. Athena, give her wisdom and crown. Apollo, teach her how to sing. And I will give her the greatest gift of all human gifts, curiosity. And we will name her Pandora, which means all gifted.
When Pandora was ready to be given to the earth, Zeus ordered Hermes to present her with one final gift.
Yeah. I present to you, Pandora, your final gift. This beautiful box.
Thanks. How did you know I wanted a box?
Just promise to take it with you to Earth, but under no circumstances will you ever open it.
Wait, why? What's inside the box?
Just promise.
It's kind of late. Earth must be waiting for me. Time to go.
And so Pandora was placed on earth. Zeus took vengeance by presenting Pandora to Prometheus' twin brother, Prometheus. Prometheus had warned Prometheus to beware of Zeus.
Brother, beware of Zeus is going to try and trick you.
But Prometheus was so struck by Pandora's beauty, he forgot all prior warnings.
You hear something?
No, must be the wind.
Brother, hello, over here. I'm still chained to this rock. Brother.
You were such a gracious and forgiving God, indeed to present me with such a beautiful wife. I thought you would have it out for me after my brother betrayed you.
All is forgiven. Good luck in your lives together. Trust me, you'll need it.
Pandora was a blessed young woman, now happily married, and with every gift a mortal could ask for, but she was not perfectly happy. As the days passed, she could not stop thinking about what might be inside the box.
How I wish I could open it. I know I have everything, but if I could only see a tiny little glimpse of what was inside the box, somehow I just know that my life will finally be complete.
I'm sorry, but I can't let you. My brother betrayed the gods, and look what happened. It's very ungood with your wife.
It was not long before Zeus's gift of curiosity finally got the best of Pandora, and she could no longer wait to see what was inside the box. In the middle of the night, Pandora snuck out of her house and crept into the garden. She carefully placed the box on the ground.
It's only a box. I'm sure that one small pig won't do me any harm. Besides, who will ever know?
Carefully, Pandora took out a little key and opened the mysterious box of the gods. No sooner had she opened it than a terrible wind came forth, and out from the box flew a swarm of human miseries. Greed.
Mine! It's all mine!
Slander.
I'm not one for gods, but little bird.
Vanity.
Enough about you! What about me?
And all the other evils the world had experienced up until that moment.
Pandora, what have you done? Close the box before it's too late.
But it was too late. She had lost all of them but one. Pandora clapped the lid onto the box before Hope had a chance to fly away.
Hope. At least I still have hope.
So even though Pandora made her tragic mistake and released some miseries into the world, she was able to save Hope. And that is why, though the world is not perfect and miseries do occur, we still hang on to tomorrow, always filled with the hope that things will get better with time.
The myth of Persephone. As the goddess of fertility,
Demeter was in charge of all the fields and crops, and assured the earth of good harvest and abundant life. Zeus was very fond of Demeter, and appreciative of all she did for the earth, and so he made Demeter his wife. Together, they had such a beautiful daughter, who they named Persephone. Persephone brought Demeter so much joy that she never let her daughter out of her sight. When Demeter went to the earth to look after her crops and trees, she brought Persephone with her.
Come, Persephone, my cherished child, let us sprinkle the flowers with the dewdrops of heaven.
Persephone was raised among the flowers, and was even told that she looked like a flower herself. It was she who named all the flowers in the world.
Since you are as bright as the sun, I shall call you sunflower. Since you are as delicate as the wind, I shall call you daisy.
She would dance and laugh in the fields, and with her laughter came much happiness and sunshine from the gods. And it was this laughter that caught the attention of Hades, the god of the underworld.
Who dares wake me up in the middle of my beauty sleep?
Now, Hades was known to be a gloomy and grumpy god, and one who kept mostly to himself, hidden in the caves of the underworld. But hearing the laughter of Persephone suddenly stirred love in his heart.
What is this strange feeling that has come over me? Why is my frown turning upside down? I feel happy. Oh, how I wish I could have this girl as my wife to live with me in the underworld and bring her laughter to my tedious days.
But Hades knew that Demeter would never part with her beloved daughter, and so he devised a mischievous plan to capture the beautiful girl.
Mother, the sun is so high in the sky tonight. Please let me go gather flowers in the meadow.
My child, you know I desire to grant you every last request, but there's more danger in the world than your young heart can know.
Please, Mother, I promise I will return before dark. The flowers are so beautiful and plentiful. I will make the most beautiful flower crown for you.
Very well, Persephone, but do not travel too far or rest behind trees where I cannot see you.
Thank you, Mother. I will do as you say.
But in her excitement, Persephone forgot to heed her mother's warnings. She strayed too far for her mother to see her.
Closer, closer, closer.
And here, in the flattest part of the meadow, the ground split open. In an instant, Hades reached up from the underworld and snatched the girl, dragging her down below. The ground quickly covered up the hole, and silence fell upon the land. Demeter realized instantly that something was wrong, and called out urgently for her daughter.
Persephone, Persephone, where are you? Come back, Persephone.
Persephone had vanished. Without a trace, Hades led the frightened girl to his home in the underworld.
Do not be afraid, Persephone. You will be happy here.
How can I be happy in a home where the sun will never again touch my skin?
I will give you any wish your heart desires. I will give you a throne of black marble and all the jewels you could ever want. You shall be queen of the underworld.
I have no use for cold jewels. I love the warmth of the summer air and the delicacy of the flowers. They are my jewels. I do not want to be queen of the underworld. I want to be with my mom.
Enough complaining. What is done is done. You must remain with me now. In time, you'll grow to be happy here.
Oh!
This might take longer than I thought.
In the meantime, Demeter had talked with all the birds and discovered what happened to her precious daughter. Enraged, she went to the god Zeus.
You know, I have always been especially fond of you. I have obliged you with rain and watered your fields are good. What are you asking me now?
Your brother Hades has stolen our daughter and dragged her down to the underworld to be his queen. You must rescue her immediately. Justice must be had.
Please calm yourself. Though we've had our differences, Hades is a powerful god and will make a good husband for our daughter. I cannot make such demands of my own brother.
But he has stolen her unfairly.
I admit his ruling was a bit abrupt, but she will be well taken care of.
Anyone but Hades. Persephone is a flower child, the daughter of the morning. No ray of sunlight ever pierces that dark hole he calls his kingdom. She will wither and die.
Don't be absurd. She's the daughter of Zeus. She'll survive.
And with that, Zeus dismissed his wife, tired of her pleading. But Demeter's sorrow was uncontrollable, and she wept day after day for her daughter. Weeks passed, and Zeus began receiving complaints from the mortals. Crops were dying, soil was dry, and no buds were blooming.
I can compromise?
As long as my daughter is away, I will weep. As long as the goddess of fertility, nothing will grow, no tree will bear fruit, and no grass will spring. I will mourn, and the earth shall grow as dry and shriveled as my heart.
Somehow, I don't think I'm going to eat the mortal. Very well. She will be allowed to leave Hades as long as she has not eaten the fruit of the underworld. If she has, you realize that there is nothing that I can do. She will need to remain there forever. I shall send Hermes to go rescue Persephone and bring her home to you.
I am certain she has not eaten. Her soul will be too heavy to eat.
But in fact, Persephone was growing weak with hunger. And though nothing grew in the underworld, there was one single tree that bloomed in Hades' garden.
Come, Persephone, taste my pomegranate tree. I'm sure you have never tasted such a sweet, juicy fruit. That is very generous of you to share with me the fruit of your only tree. Maybe I underestimated you after all.
In truth, the cunning Hades knew that once she had taken a bite from the pomegranate, she would never be able to return to the earth's surface.
Eat it.
Eat it. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6. Persephone had eaten 6 seeds when Hermes finally arrived to take her back to Earth.
Persephone, your father Zeus has declared you to come back to your mother. Come with me and I shall take you to the land of fields that blooms under the sun.
Thank you, Hermes. I knew my mother wouldn't leave me here for eternity.
But Hades interrupted before their departure.
Not so fast, my friends. Persephone has eaten the fruit of the underworld. Since she has eaten 6 seeds, she must remain with me for 6 months of the year. You may go now, but I'll see you soon, my dear.
Hades smiled as he watched Persephone leave, for he knew that she would be returning to him. When Demeter saw her daughter again, she ran to her with joy.
My dear daughter, never again shall we be parted. Together we shall make nature bloom all year round.
I am sorry, but it cannot be. She has eaten of the pomegranate 6 seeds.
I'm sorry, Mother. It is my punishment. I will have to go to the underworld for 6 months out of every year.
My dear child, how I shall cry without you.
Do not cry. We must enjoy the time that we have together.
You have raised our daughter well, Demeter. Persephone is wise beyond her years. Listen to her advice and let's put this drought and famine to an end.
Very well. When you are here with me, I shall be happy and smile upon the earth, and everything will bloom in my joy. But for the 6 months that you are gone, I shall weep, and the earth shall weep with me. During that time, nothing shall grow, and the land shall be as hard and dry as my heart.
And that's why there are seasons, and why summer and winter are as they are. For when Persephone returns to her mother in the spring, the sun shines. And when she returns to Hades in the fall, the earth must sleep under frost.
B, that was a fantastic performance, and I know we're all feeling so proud of you. We know how excited you've been to get on stage and bring this gift to your parents and your peers today, and your teachers, of course. Parents, thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you in for another great live performance. And behind this magnificent group of girls is a very loving and wonderful group of teachers who I'd like to thank as well. We have Miss Lilligren and Mr. Milroy, who helped the girls create these beautiful portraits of the Greek god and goddesses. Our choreographer, Miss Garcia. Our wonderful accompanist, Miss Kim, who brought the magic to the performance today. I think we can all agree. Our wonderful music teacher, Miss Gunther. And of course, last but not least, we have a team of speech and drama and performing arts support team behind stage and side stage and in the back of the auditorium, including Miss Baker. And last but not least, of course, the wonderful team, Miss Hickey, Mr. Madden and Miss Schaefer. Thank you.